Hey guys, so for this pick a card, we're going to look at an unavoidable event that's coming in for you. You know, in life there are events that we cannot run away from. These can be reunions, these could be job offers, these could be being blocked from something, a job offer or an opportunity. This can be a breakup. You know, there's many events that dictate our emotions, our emotions and our path and how we experience that path in life. So we're going to get into it. I got 4 objects. So choose one of these objects and then go to the timestamp below in the comment section. And I've already shuffled the cards. They're all face down. And I love doing these pick-a cards too. Okay. So you can pick more than one. So if you feel like you might have a series of events coming up, you can definitely pick more than one pile. You also might want to pick a pile for someone you're thinking about and see what unavoidable event is going on in their life, although you obviously don't have to do that. It's just a suggestion, a possibility of how you can interpret this reading. Interesting. Okay, the first pile, or the first event, I should say, is Metatron's cube. Metatron's an archangel. He was the scribe. The second event is this tiny little pine cone. The third event is marked by this black obsidian cat. Guys, I felt like I'm saying meow. I don't know. Okay. The last event is marked by this red protective string. Okay, let's get into it. First pile, Metatron's cube. We have 1, 3, 5, 6. Okay, let's see. What summarizes this event? 3 of Cups with Misfit. Ooh, okay, I feel like this is a friendship or a reunion or some kind of social gathering here, where somebody is going to realize that they don't fit in with this crowd, they don't fit in with this person, that this is not for them. A sudden revelation, realization that I can't be in this environment, I cannot be with these people. And this is a big event we're talking about. It's not a small little decision that you're going to make. It's going to shift the course of events for you to realize that this is not where you want to be. Even like, look at this girl's face here. She's like, what am I doing hanging out with these people? Okay, so I feel as though you might already feel like you're a misfit in a certain group dynamic. This could be in your family, in your work, or friends. It could also be in a connection, you know, take what resonates. This could very well be about a third party situation, but that obviously not for all of you. Okay? What will you take from it? What lesson will you learn from this event or this sudden revelation that you don't fit in somewhere? 2 of Wands in reverse with confusion. This is perfect here. This is a beautiful lesson here. The lesson is that, you know, if we don't make up our mind about what path we want to choose, if we don't be the decider of our own fate, if we don't take the leash on life, and we let somebody else make those decisions, or we just kind of allow ourselves to fall into whatever friend group or fall into whatever job or fall into a reconciliation or, yeah, I guess I'll date this person, then it often ends up in a misaligned energy space that can create a lot of confusion for you about who you are, your value, if you are operating on the same frequency as the energies around you. And if you're not, it can create a lot of confusion in your life. And I heard confusion begets confusion. And it's like lies beget lies, right? It's like not making a decision in the first instant consciously about the people that you're around came from a place of confusion about how to make proper, well-informed decisions for yourself. And that only perpetuated more confusion as you got into a dynamic, because it's almost like you didn't know how you got there in the first place. Wow, that was a very circular, confusing way of explaining that. So the lesson is to be sure about what it is that you want, what path you want to take, and to never enter anything if you're confused. Always be sure about what your intentions are. Maybe you're not sure of what the outcome's going to be, but always be sure of your intentions. When you connect with someone, when you reconcile with someone, when you decide to be friends with certain people, when you share energy with someone, know your intentions and assess their intentions to the best of your possibility. And if it confuses you what their intentions are, you're not really sure, okay, there's mixed signals, then it's going to end up as a misaligned gathering, I heard, or force field, a misalignment, and that's going to ripple out into multiple areas of your life. You know the saying, you are who you hang with, right? Like you are who your friends are, you are who you date. So remember that. What will you leave behind once this misfit event happens? The Fool in reverse and Tear. I'm strongly getting that you are going to leave behind this feeling of an inability to make decisions for yourself and an inability to know what it is you want and to know how to go after it. Sometimes we know exactly what we want, but we don't know how to get there. And because we don't know how to get there, we start muddling our chances to obtain whatever it is we want. And I feel like what you're letting go here is that confusion in the middle between what it is you want and where you are now. And for many of you, this confusion played out as taking a risk that wasn't well thought out, and maybe one that was informed by a sense of feeling left out. There is also a small number of you who are risk adverse. You try to be agreeable and go with the status quo. So you might have friends who gossip or a partner who doesn't treat you well, but you just kind of go along with it, hoping to keep the peace because you don't want to create any risk. You don't want to introduce a conflict into the relationship. And I feel like you're letting that agreeableness or that energy go because it hurts when you can't be open and honest with who you are and you can't say your piece. Okay? This is beautiful. Whoever chose this is a very mature event. It's tough because for some of you, I do feel like you're going to lose more than one person. You're cutting a lot of toxic people out in your life. But remember that these toxic people brought a sense of confusion to you. And once they're gone, you're going to realize that there's a lot of clarity here about where it is you want to go. How you're going to feel during this event: Knight of Pentacles and Cord. Ooh. You have been working to cut this cord between yourself and either a group of people or somebody else for a very long time. For some of you, this wasn't conscious. This was just an uneasy feeling like, oh, this isn't good for me. I really got to get out of this space. Or, I'm so different from these people, but maybe I can make it work. But you have been really working in that energy for a long time. Strategic, Knight of Pentacles, being patient for the right opportunity to cut this cord. And in this event, when you do have that moment where you're like, hey, I don't fit in here, and I can't deal with your energy anymore, and I'm just done, and I don't owe you any explanation or anything if that's how you feel, okay? I heard some of you do owe somebody an explanation. That's for somebody in particular, but most of you don't, okay? You'll know what resonates. I heard that's also part of the lesson, is knowing when you have to give somebody a reason for your exit and when you don't. Yeah. And I'm hearing, will they miss me when I'm gone? And I feel like that's one of your questions. Let's see. Success and turmoil and lies. Wow. Okay, so whoever you're leaving behind, haunted, I'm seeing here too, is going to be haunted by your absence, and your success is going to bring them a sense of turmoil. And that's exactly why you have to cut this cord with this energy. Because whatever this is, not only are they misaligned with who you are, but they don't have your best interest at heart. I want to know why you have a cord to this energy in the first place. Prisoner. See, it's like you weren't able to make your own decisions, but why? Psychic. And red flag. Some of you knew very well that you were creating this psychic cord, this energetic cord, in a situation that would hold you prisoner. You saw the red flags. But you also saw that this was going to crystallize in an event that would allow you to break free of, I heard, generational fear. Wow, this one's really deep. Hence the Knight of Pentacles. This has been going on for a long time. Okay, and with psychic here, I feel like your guides and your ancestors, I heard, and all of that, okay, and all of that have been part of this process. And I'm getting a very particular message here that it's not that this event or these people or this person was exactly destined for you in this exact way. You did get here on your own free will, I'm hearing. But the event itself of breaking free from misaligned energies was going to come up in your life in one way or another. And it just happened to be like this at this time. Okay, so it's important you remember this lesson because you don't want to repeat it. Because for all of you, I heard, you can repeat this lesson if you don't get it now. Okay. How will you feel after? The Four of Pentacles in reverse with message. Yeah, you're gonna, I heard kick yourself. For some of you, you're gonna kick yourself. Like, why didn't I get the message from Spirit earlier that I need to release and cut certain cords to certain people? But you're gonna get the message here. You're gonna get the message that when you're holding on to a false foundation or you're holding on to a sense of security that really isn't secure at all. I'm hearing something about attachment styles could be of interest to you, okay? Yeah, like anxious attachment style. You're gonna realize how to avoid that in the future. It's a real breakthrough you're having. And you're protected throughout this. Okay, let's see what the outcome is. The Empress in reverse and incompatible. Ooh. See, there's people on your path that are gonna look real, I heard spicy, that are gonna look real good. And look at her, isn't she kind of like a sexy empress, right? But there's people who are gonna look real good. And this isn't gender specific, but they're gonna seem very welcoming. They're gonna seem like they know what they're doing, that they're protective, that they're abundant. But in all actuality, they're incompatible. And for some of those people that you meet along your path, they are that to other people, just not to you. And that's fine. And you're going to be able to recognize when your energy is incompatible with someone. I'm also hearing your Venus placements are going to be important. Looking at how your Venus placements either work or don't work together. For some of you, this is also about recognizing where you're incompatible with your mother or the way she has mothered you. Okay, how you see the world different than she does and how that's lended itself, her views have lended itself to your sense of not being able to make the right decisions for yourself. Interesting. You're also going to see where your Empress energy becomes incompatible with others. And it will be very obvious from this point out. You won't have to dig, search, overthink, rethink, I heard, redo. It will be very obvious from the outset that these people or this person is out of alignment. They don't fit in with my life. They create confusion. They create fear. They create sadness. There's red flags everywhere. Yeah, and this is a lesson you're going to carry with you to protect you for a long time. All right. That was a good one. Shit, what was second? I think the pine cone. Okay, tiny pine cone. Tiny pine cone people, I want to say. Okay, let's see what we got here. I put the cards face down, but I have to say I can feel the card, like the energy in the cards, and I'm getting this message that the cards have interchangeable placements. Okay, so there's something about reading this holistically, so I just feel like telling you that right off the bat here, that the cards can be read in different placements. So we'll see what that means. And I also only have 5 cards and I need 6. That is fascinating. So let's get the 6th one. This one cannot be interchangeable. Wow. Okay, this one is the outcome. And there's 2 for that. Let's get 2 cards here. Okay. So this tells me that whatever unavoidable event is coming in for you, tiny pinecone people, sorry, I just love that. There's multiple ways or energies that could lead up to this event, okay? Sorry, I'm hearing my guide say, don't call them that. Okay, there's multiple avenues you could take for this event to happen. It's not just one way. There's different ways you could process it, different ways you might feel about it, but the outcome's the same. All right. Let's see the card that summarizes the event. 9 of Cups with magic. This is abundance. This is magic. I mean, who else would be magic except for the tiny pinecone people, right? Am I right? Okay, so this is your magic really kicking into full effect. Yeah, I know. Really kicking into full effect here. Okay, there's a sense of abundance and happiness coming in. And I feel like you see this coming, you know this is coming. You're just gonna sit back and be like, yeah, I did manifest this. It's not like you're gonna be like, wow, this actually happened. I feel that there's a very deep knowing inside of you of where you're going, how this magic is gonna play out in your life. I also see that you are going to see the magic in the things that make you happy. The little things that make you happy. Like this. You know? That humor or something about those things that make you happy, there's a magic in that. Oh, I love this. I can feel this right in the heart space. Okay, what are you going to take from this event? Well, I should say the unavoidable event is that you're going to have a manifestation come in. And it's going to feel like magic, but it's not going to be something that you're in total shock and awe about. It's an acceptance that this was always coming towards you. And that's how manifestation actually flows. Not just happens once, but flows throughout your life. It's that when it comes, you know, you show gratitude for its arrival. You acknowledge the power of yourself to bring it towards you. But you don't sit there like, oh my God, I can't believe this happened. Oh my God. You know, because you're kind of saying to yourself that this is out of the norm for this to happen, and it's not out of your norm. Okay? What will you take from it? The lesson, 9 of Pentacles and passion. Okay, well, you're going to feel abundant financially as well. Not only, we have 2 9s here. This is real independence. Not only emotionally are you going to be overflowing with this happiness and the sense of wonderment in the world, having a sense of wonderment with the world, you're also going to find financial abundance in whatever it is that you're passionate about. For many of you, you could be your own boss. I heard, should you choose. There's multiple streams of revenue, I heard, okay. And as long as you keep your passion up, everything will flow towards you. I'm so in love with this one. What will you leave behind and let go of? The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Ooh, and Mother. This is specific. Okay, we could look at Mother as an archetype. So let's read it both ways. Yeah. And interesting how I kept saying baby, right? And now we have the mother. Okay, so what you're leaving behind here is a cycle that you've been stuck in, a karmic loop. Okay, something that you were having trouble breaking. Obviously, for some of you, this is something related to your mother. This could be something actual that your mother was keeping you in. Maybe there wasn't a sense of independence before this happiness and confidence came towards you. Okay, and so you're finding a sense of independence from your mother. For others of you, you are becoming a mother, absolutely. So if that is something that you've been wanting, I do see that magic happening here. And I am having 2 9s, okay? So there could be something about that 9 months, or in 9 months, you could conceive, okay? And if you feel like this is, I heard, disconnected from your mother, then it's the archetype of mother. Where are you working that embodies the archetype of mother? Does somebody have a negative mother around them, and how is that person influencing you? What do you think about the idea of mother in general? What's your experience of motherhood, either your own or somebody else's? And how has that kept you stuck in a cycle? Whatever your answers are to that, that's what you're letting go of. That's what you're leaving behind. You're really coming out on your own. Independence. So again, it doesn't have to be an actual mother, but it's something that was kind of like maybe nurturing you, but like stifling your growth a little bit. Okay. How will you feel during this event? 2 of Pentacles, and something is hidden. And this confirms to me what I was saying at the beginning of like, you're just going to sit back and be like, yeah, I always knew this was coming. And I feel like you're going to even expect that there's more. You know, it's like, okay, I manifested this, right? I got this one thing I manifested, and then there's another thing I manifested. Where's the other thing now? Why is that being hidden? And it's a good attitude to have. I mean, of course, you show gratitude for what does come in, but there's nothing wrong with keeping multiple manifestations in the air. I'm hearing that they connect their frequencies, your multiple manifestations. So say you want to manifest something in relation to work and in relationship to a career. They tie together, okay, and influence one another. Don't have more than 2 at a time, I'm hearing. Wow, okay. And it's because like, oh, this is really interesting. I'm seeing a card in here. It's the 6 of Pentacles, actually. Let's see if I can find it quickly. Because they create this kind of, well, it's kind of like that. And yeah, they create a kind of like web, multiple manifestations energetically. And so here it is. And so everything has to be aligned. No, that's not it, but that's good enough. It's like they create all these like a network, right? Your multiple manifestations. And then it's like they all have to kind of come together in order for any one of them to be actualized, which is a big challenge. It's not impossible. I'm hearing you can do that, but it will take longer. Okay, so I don't know. That's a message there. Something is hidden. Maybe that's what's hidden, the knowledge of how this magical abundance came towards you. You're a little bit unsure of why some things are coming but not others. It's like, okay, so you're trying to manifest living, I don't know, in Paris, let's just say. So you really want everything to align for you to go there. Maybe there's a job you're waiting for because you really want to be in Paris. But then you're also wanting somebody to reconcile with you who lives, I don't know, let's just say in North America. It's like those two frequencies have to work together in order for anyone to come about. It's interesting. I don't understand this myself, but that's just what I'm seeing. And it's like there's a tension. They're pulling each other apart because they're not resonant with one another. So you have to let something go when things aren't manifesting. There's a manifestation you have to drop in order for something else to come in. I mean, we all know that. That was a long way of describing that, but maybe that helps someone. Okay. How will you feel after? 7 of Pentacles. Yeah, that you're going to be sitting there like, yeah, and deal breaker. This is that other manifestation that... Spirit, it's so funny. This is that other manifestation, okay, that you're going to be waiting on, or that you're going to be like, you know what, this is so good that I've had an uptick in my work projects, you know, that I'm getting hired for what I want, or this is so good that I found this relationship. But it's like, what about this thing, you know, that I'm trying to manifest? And then you're going to realize that that's a big deal breaker on your ability to bring yourself a sense of independence. The details are going to be different for each of you. And I can see now why Spirit was saying that these cards could be in different order here, because it is like that web in the card, right? It's creating that kind of like a hexagram almost. Yeah. Okay, let's see what the outcome is. Strength. And the 2 of Cups in reverse with options and timeless. Where you thought that you didn't have a choice in love, you do. This whole experience of becoming more independent is going to give you so much strength. You're going to realize you don't need a connection to your mother, to your work, to your colleagues, to your friends, to, you know, somebody else, a significant other, a lover. You don't need that, but you want it at some degree. You want this kind of love to some degree, but you don't need it. And once you realize you don't need it, I'm hearing that's when the magic happens. That's when you grow from a baby pine cone to a big pine cone, okay? And you realize that you have options that you can revise and create throughout your entire lifetime. This energy of strength and not needing anyone is timeless. And it doesn't mean that you're not going to get someone. You could, because now you know the ways of manifestation. This is going to give you a lot of options. Okay, I hope that made sense to you and that gave you some inspiration to keep going. Okay, event 4 with the black obsidian cat. Let's see what we have for you. These cards want to come out first. And we're missing one. They wanted 2. Okay, let's see what your event looks like. Temperance in reverse with exposed. Oh, wow. I heard healing right away. Okay, there's something that's not healed and it's going to become very obvious to you. I feel like this is self-exposure, and I'm feeling guided to pull on one of these here. I'm seeing pay attention to your finances, preserve and you will overcome your problems, and love. Okay, so I also think that your questions around love and your questions around finances are linked in some ways, okay? And there's something about either the way they go together or the way they don't go together. And for most of you, I feel like this is like your finances or your financial goals and the person that you're thinking about or your ideas about love, they're not aligned. Like there's something that's off about it. Okay, and it's creating, I heard a chemical imbalance, interesting, okay? It's creating an alchemical imbalance as well. And you're going to be made aware of this. I feel like something around finances is going to become exposed to you, either somebody else's or something to do with your, well, I heard love for financial wealth. Okay, that's just for some of you maybe. But you're going to realize why you haven't been healing. I also feel this one has a lot, okay? So there's probably a lot of people who chose this one. But you're also going to see that somebody else hasn't healed. That's going to be being readily apparent to you. Somebody who you thought was over it. And they're having financial issues, or there's something about finances, okay, that's plaguing them. What you can take away from this lesson, we have the 7 of Wands and revelation. Yeah, I feel you are abundant. You have a lot, okay? You've worked hard for what you have, or you have big goals. Okay, and there's somebody around you, this even could be a part of yourself, that's undermining your ability to move towards success or trying to take something of yours that you've worked very hard for. And you're going to have a revelation that you need to defend what's yours. Some of you are going to see this person's inability to heal or move on as a manipulation. Interesting. And you're going to realize just because they can't move on doesn't mean you can't. Wow. Okay, that's for someone. I don't know. Okay, what will you leave behind? I'm feeling it though, and I'm feeling a cross-watcher energy here. Okay? I just have to say it because I'm feeling someone be very upset with that message. Okay, what will you leave behind? 5 of Swords, soul tie. A soul connection, a soul mate, where there was a lot of games, okay? There was a lot of games, winning and losing. And relationships obviously should not be about games. Love isn't about games. And I was listening to something actually earlier today, and the person was talking about, you know, why would you want to have fights in a relationship where there's a winner and a loser, where you win the fight? Because that only means you're dating a loser, right? You know, you don't want there to be a loser in your relationship. You both want to be winners. You both want to help each other advance. And this is what you're leaving behind, is that competitive I win energy. And sometimes it's not formulated as like I win, you lose. Sometimes it's your fault, you hurt me more, you lied, I didn't lie. You know, it's passing the blame. That becomes the win or lose situation. Yeah. And that's useless. It doesn't help with anything. It doesn't help heal a connection. It actually just exposes people's wounds that are deeper than the relationship. And it exposes to one another or to the other person that person's inability to accept and want to grow real love for themselves and for someone else. So you're going to realize here, this unavoidable event that's coming up is you're going to realize that somebody cannot heal something. There's something misaligned. I do believe it is between finances and love, okay? Or that's part of it. It's in the mix. And it's creating this competitive energy. Okay, for many of you, I'm just going to call it out and say it. This is probably not for all of you, but for many of you, okay, you identify as a woman and you're dealing with someone who identifies as a man, okay? And as the woman, you have more financial success, and that creates a competitive energy in the man, okay? And he starts to play games in order to compensate for the way that your success bruises his ego or exposes his inability to make things happen for himself. Okay, that's very specific, but I'm getting that very clearly. How will you feel during this? Queen of Swords in reverse. And Shadow. Ooh, you're gonna be pissed. Black Cat can be an omen too. But you're going to feel pissed off here. You're going to see the shadow side of someone. I think you're also going to see the shadow side of yourself. Okay, and you might be pissed off at yourself at some point, but first you're going to be pissed off at this person. This whole situation, okay, this whole situation is exposing the wounds in the relationship and also of each other, and how a lot of what was going on in the relationship, a lot of the fighting came from a wounded place. Wow, this is like the end of a toxic relationship, the end of waiting for a toxic relationship to reconcile or return. This is letting go of that energy. And it seems a little brutal, I have to be honest. It does seem like a little bit of a slap in the face, but let's see where it goes here. How will you feel after? Lovers in reverse and Omen. Wow, didn't I just say Omen here with the cat? You're going to see that this connection, there were many omens here, and this might be it, right? But you had omens that this wasn't going to pan out, that this wasn't going to work, that this wasn't a solid, stable connection. This wasn't the connection for you. I also feel like you're going to be able to see in your future connections when things turn south, you're going to see that and you're going to stop it. You're going to preempt toxicity. Wow. You're also going to look back here on the relationship as well as the time you've spent apart if you're in separation. And you're going to see all the actions and behaviors or lack thereof that indicated to you that this was not the connection for you. Yeah, they might have had a soul contract with you, but it's not the kind of love that warms your heart, expands your heart. It's the kind of love that breaks your heart. Let's see what the outcome is. The Star. Oh, thank God. Healing. I'm getting worried for you here, okay? Healing. If you've been waiting to heal and let go of something, you will. Synchronicity. Start looking for the signs, the omens, the synchronicities that tell you that you are healing, you are on a healing path, okay? And that things will make sense to you in due time. Defend your heart. You only have one. That's what I heard. Defend your heart. You only have one. Don't let this person infiltrate it, is what I heard. Draw the line. Holy shit. You're going to draw the line here with this person. Damn. This is pretty clear. And once you draw that line, you're going to see all these little synchronicities come in, okay? You might even see a black cat, okay? And it doesn't have to be like an actual animal. It could just be like a picture or whatever. But you're going to see synchronicities, things that mean something to you, things you can't ignore. And that's spirit showing you that they're there with you and that you are on the right path. Typically, we see synchronicities when we're on the right path. Okay, they're affirmations to let us know that things are as they should be. Okay, they can also be messages of what we should do. So really pay attention to that. And these synchronicities are going to tell you that you need to draw the line here. And they're going to tell you that when you do that and if you do that, you will heal in a beautiful way. This is like soul healing. This isn't Four of Swords like I'm gonna take a nap and for a couple months, I heard, okay, I'm gonna take a nap for a couple months and feel better. No, this is like a deep wound that is gonna be healed here. This is beautiful. Congratulations on this, because this is hard. Whatever this is and whatever you're going through, it's not easy. But I heard they're proud of you, Spirit's proud of you, your guides are proud of you. Keep going. Okay? Anything else? Yeah, just keep going here with this. It's good. I'm getting like, it seems like it's never going to end, but it will. It's going to end when you draw the line. And it's okay. I'm hearing it's okay to erase it and then redraw it and erase it. It's a process for you. Okay, and this means like in terms of how you feel about a person or how you feel about yourself, you know, it can change. It's okay. It's all right. You will draw that final line though. You will. I heard permanent marker. Okay, you will draw that and your healing will come. Okay. Okay, number 4, the red string of protection. Let's see what we got for you. Let's see. The card that summarizes the event, King of Swords in reverse with secret. Somebody is going to expose themselves or reveal a secret, and I feel like it's going to come out by way of them being cold or withdrawn, or they're going to use some kind of harsh language, harsh words, and it's going to reveal something. The secret's going to come out just by the way they act, their behavior. I feel like somebody has in the past or is either now doing this, just suddenly turned cold. And whatever you were suspecting was going on, it's going to be revealed that, yes, it was because of their behavior. This person couldn't keep things up for long. Okay, it's like they were trying to hide something, and this could be actually, you know, I don't know, something tangible, or it could be something about themselves. They were trying to hide, but it's like as time marches on, and I'm seeing like people marching in a very kind of rigid fashion. It's like this person can't go along with the status quo, cannot fall in line. So their inability to just to go with things, I'm getting, it shows and exposes who they really are or what they've done. It's just an unavoidable characteristic of theirs that they cannot pretend to be something they're not. They cannot pretend to be serving something that they actually don't serve. Wow. Anything else there? A mission. Okay, there was some kind of mission. that they're on, or they were on. Okay. 2, what will you take from this lesson? Judgment in reverse with betrayal. Well, 2 things here. The first is very obvious. It's that you betrayed yourself because you didn't use your judgment here. Okay? And there's nobody slapping you on the wrist. I heard it's not like you're getting slapped on the wrist. It's just a wake-up call. It's a wake-up call. This is going to be a wake-up call for you. You're going to see the true colors of somebody because of the way they act. Mean, aggressive, cold, detached, something of that nature, okay? You could be dealing with an air sign. But there is a real sense of betrayal here. The other thing that I was getting is if you have recently reconciled with someone, you're going to realize that when you were apart, something happened, okay, that you're not aware of. There was a secret kept from you, and obviously that's going to come out. And I'm hearing, so think about that if you want to reconcile. 3. What will you leave behind, let go of? I'm almost having like this memory, like blanking out a little bit here. I feel like this is gonna be shocking. It's like you're just gonna kind of go on like autopilot, like, wow, I can't believe this happened. Okay, what will you leave behind? 8 of Wands in reverse with blessing. The promise of something coming in towards you, perhaps communication. Something that you perceive to be a blessing. This person. For some of you, you might have to let go of something that you held really dear to you. This could be something 3D, like financial assets, I heard, or it could be a sense of a gift you have. Interesting. You're blessed with something, like something to do with communication and passion and moving forward and like stirring up energy and like going forward. You're really blessed, like your path is blessed, but not when you're on the wrong path. And so it's like you're leaving some of those blessings or that energy of receiving blessings, you're leaving some of them behind on the path that wasn't meant for them. Okay, so some of you have missed out on opportunities here because of this situation. Yeah. How will you feel during this? 3 of Pentacles and 3D. Wow. Okay, so we are talking about actual things that you might lose, okay? This person could be trying to take something of yours, or they did. You're going to feel like you need some help here from somebody else around you to help you work through the emotions that come up with this, and maybe something legal as well. But you're going to need help here from somebody else. Or at least that's how you're going to feel. I do think it's advisable though, because this person's not trustworthy, clearly. And your judgment was off before, obviously, otherwise you wouldn't be involved with someone like this, right? In this proximity. So it is good that you get somebody else's opinion, somebody else's help. I heard arbitration, obviously not for everyone, but you know, even just talking to people around you could help you. What is this? Yeah, where are we? Wow, I'm like so confused here. There's going to be a real sense of confusion, and I'm on the 4th pile, so I've done this already 4 times. That could be a message. Okay, how will you feel after all is said and done? 10 of Wands with memories. This is a big betrayal, okay? This is a big secret. My ears ringing now, okay? I feel like many of you are going to hear something specific. I heard see something as well. It's going to bring, in the future, it's going to bring up a lot of memories, okay? You're going to have a lot of memories of this event, of this time, and also of the connection, and that's going to weigh heavy on you. Okay, it's not going to just disappear like that. It's going to be a process of overcoming and getting over it. And the reason why Spirit is telling you that the future here, how you will feel after the event, the reason why Spirit is telling you, you know, something that isn't really, you know, that's hard to hear, that you're going to be kind of plagued by memories, you know, is because Spirit wants you to be prepared for that energy and to know it's coming and to know that you will eventually get over that. But it is a hump that's normal and natural. So prepare for it. You know, prepare to close the door on something and then also have to process all the memories and be doing that for some time. Don't expect this betrayal to just feel like it's over and done with and you moved on. And some of you are struggling with that right now. You're wondering why you can't move on. Okay, and it's just because this was something that I'm getting, this was an unavoidable lesson. Okay, so it's like the longer you sit in this energy, the more you're driving the lesson home to yourself. Okay, so you might be at war with your subconscious, like, what the fuck? I don't want to think about this anymore. I don't want to deal with these memories anymore. But it's like your subconscious, like, no, we're going to keep doing this. We're going to keep thinking about this because we really got to drill this home because we don't want this to ever happen again. Okay, we don't want you to go off your path, miss your blessings, feel betrayed, have a secret, you know, pick a pile or pick an event that has the word protection in it. You know, obviously you picked this because you feel you need protection at this time, or you want protection. Your memories will protect you, is what I heard. Okay, let's see what the outcome is. 4 of Cups with yes. There were so many things in your life that you just kind of stopped paying attention to, stopped giving your energy towards. And, you know, like, it's like somebody was offering you this cup for the longest time. You know, this could be Spirit, this could be yourself. You know, there's something that you wanted to do, a job, a project, something you wanted to move towards, and you just couldn't see it, or you didn't want to see it because you were dealing with this. Felt like really apathetic to everything else that was going on around you. And now you're going to say yes to this cup. You know, because here he's saying, no, I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't care. But for the outcome, you're saying yes. Let me get another card here because it feels so anticlimactic to me here. Door. Yeah, there's a doorway that's going to be open once you say yes. You reap what you sow here. Exactly. And so if you do the work, right, if you do say yes to new opportunities that come in for you and you don't ignore them, you don't get in a state of apathy, you know, you use your judgment wisely, then you will reap what you sow. And you have, okay? You have reaped what you sowed, and what you sowed is a new door, a new pathway to something beautiful and better. I haven't pulled out this card for anybody else, but I really feel like we need something here to tell you about what's on this other side of the door. Passion for purpose. Yeah. Okay, once this shit situation is over and done with, and it will be. I keep hearing 10 months, okay? I don't know what that's about. Could be 10 months to get over it. Could be this is happening in 10 months. Could be a 10-month relationship. But you're going to find a passion for your purpose here on the other side of the door. There's something that really wants to come in for you. Okay, so this sucks now. Yeah. But it's leading you to somewhere beautiful. And you will get there. All right. I love you so much. I hope that helped.